So set your agents up for success. We try to take some of that heavy lifting off with the onboarding calls and the KV Core calls and all of these recordings that we spend thousands of dollars to create. So we try to take some of that heavy lifting. So instead of redeveloping your own courses, you can if you want to, but that takes time. It takes a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of money. Use ours. I've heard several success stories in here. They're like, hey, I met with my team. We went through your 90-day agent success Kickstarter program. Do that. Right? Even if you're a top producer, but don't assume your team members know how to set up their business. And we can all always learn from that. Schedule weekly onboarding sessions. We already have them on Fridays with Paige. So all you have to do is make sure your agents are there. Better yet, attend with them. Right? And Exp World Tours, I talked about this earlier. Don't just send the guest pass. Because they're going to get lost. They don't know how to download the world. They don't know where to go. And you're not setting them up for success. You're not setting them up to have a good experience. If they don't have a good experience, they're not going to join. Brent was sharing back there, don't just send the video. Watch it with them. Watch it with them. He pulled out his phone, he said, I put my phone in airplane mode and I asked if they do the same so there's no distractions. Zoom. If I get on a Zoom with somebody that I'm personally attracting and I say, have you watched the video yet? Well, no, I didn't. I'm sorry, I didn't get time. All right, let's pull it up. I don't even give you a chance to tell me now. Let's pull it up. Let's start watching it right now and do a screen share. If you don't know how to do that, go practice. Right? Retention. Why are your agents leaving? Sense of community. That's what they want to feel. So even though we're in a virtual brokerage, we have the ability through our own groups to create our own culture. Most are looking for support to help your agents produce and grow their own organizations. Everybody knows what an FLQA is, right?
Yes.
I gotta get loud every once in a while to get you guys in there.
You gotta ask us our question now. What's our question you always ask us?
I am.
I am.
Attraction
I am.
Master! Attraction Master!
So your FLQA have monthly follow-up, follow through on promises over and over again. I hear sponsors over-promise and under-deliver. Are you giving your agents a good experience? I would rather under-promise than over-deliver. If you say you're going to answer the phone, answer the phone. If you say you're going to help them, help them. You know, and it doesn't mean you can't have systems. I have systems. I can't help one-on-one all 1,200 of us. But if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. But if you promise these different things and you don't deliver, they're going to go tell their friends. Right? And that's not what we want. Send out cards, holiday gifts. You know, when we send out holiday gifts to our front line, raise your hand if you've received a gift from us. Right? Because these people are in our front line. We've personally sponsored them. Again, I can't do that for all 1,200, but we take care of our front line in hopes that that trickles down and our leaders do the same thing. Okay. Build community. Duplicate. Who are your leaders? Raise your hand if you know who the leaders are in your organization. All of our hands should be up by the end of this. Okay? You have to know who your generals are. Who are your leaders? Who are your platinum partners? Raise your hand if you want to make sure you're a platinum partner next year. Everybody's hand should be up.
Define platinum partner.
It's been 15 FLQAs, but the bar is going to continue to go up, right? Hamidi was just talking a couple weeks ago. He's like, I'm thinking platinum partners on a yacht in Miami. But in order for us to do that, I need more platinum partners. So raise your hand if you're going to be a platinum partner next year. All right, don't miss it. You know, these guys in the room, they got to go to a private mastermind in Orlando in February. Was that event life-changing? Yes or no?
Yes.
Beautiful house, 12,000 square feet, I believe. Very, very intimate mastermind. And we got to witness lives change. Guess what? It was not just for our front line. It was for our leaders in our organization. Anybody could be there, but it was a qualifying thing. So if you weren't there, that's on you. So I'm inviting each and every one of you to become a platinum partner. Right now it's 15 FLQA. It may change. It may be 20 next year. I don't know. But I'm inviting everybody to shoot for the stars and say, I want to be a platinum partner, and I will not miss the opportunity to sit down over at Gove.
I think the first 30 people that we have over 20 will be invited to the aftermath.
He wants a yacht in Miami, and I'm not going to stop him. So we need more platinum partners. Let's get it done, right, Ruben?
Let's go!
Let's go.
It's a nice one, not cheap one, nice one.
Host private masterminds. Just like this, you guys should go back and go home and do the same thing. If you want my material, go ahead, take it. Every single one of you should go back on fire and do the same events. So with that said, we've got about 10, 15 minutes. I want Paige to share some of the latest projects that she's been working on, again, that we're going to help support you guys. And hopefully these systems are going to help you guys be able to convert even more agents.
I'm going to take a page out of Jason's book because it's going to be hard to. Okay.
Some of us sit down when we're presenting.
I'm going to start standing, okay? And then I'm going to segue into the seat. I just wanted to say, first of all, I posted during or right before the break a link in our workplace group. So one of the tools you guys should be using is our workplace group as a tool and resource to know what's coming up, any past training, all of our systems. I mean, any announcements, anything that you could possibly need to know from our side, including we share our systems. We share video tutorials on Trello, stuff like that, all the time. But we can see there's only limited engagement. So we can see that there's not a lot of engagement. We'd like to increase that just because I don't think there's a lot of awareness that that's a tool for you guys. So if you go to the workplace group, it's Mruwat Enterprises. It's a private workplace group. You should all be members because when your team members are added, I add them automatically to that. So just FYI, I posted a link that's going to show you all of our resources in one place as far as our class schedule and stuff like that. Let me get out of this really fast. It's possible that my link got taken down. Let's see. Okay, so going back to Broker Kit, this is something that I developed recently and I'm still working on. And where it's a kind of exciting thing for you guys is, so this is on my side. I see in retention all of our agents here. I can see who sponsored the agent. For this one, I mean, Adrian was sponsored by one of them, so it doesn't show. But here, under recruiting, it would say refer. Let me get a different agent just so I can show you guys. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Just kidding. Let me pick one that just recently went in. Just for the sake of example. Okay, so, wait, it's not showing. Anyway, it says in this recruiting side here, for some reason it's not pulling up right now, but it'll say whoever the sponsor is. And we're gonna be able to give you guys a landing page. Now, this is totally optional and it is not affiliated with EXP. But if you wanted to do this with us, what we could do is give you a landing page. And as a agent, you have the opportunity to use your landing page to generate leads as well. And they're gonna come into my system and I can run a campaign on them. So I can immediately, it'll show you're the sponsor. It says referrer because this is more built for teams, like large broker teams. So how we're going to use it is it'll show you're the sponsor. I can share my communication with you guys on what they're doing. You can't contact that lead through this CRM. It's not really meant for you guys to communicate with that lead, so you'll have to be doing your thing on top of it. This is not to replace you guys' work either. Like, you still need to go after your own leads. But what we can do, I built a campaign, and it's just for example, because I really wanted to get your feedback on it before we ever launched this. But I built just an example campaign of what I can do. initially Micah, this one's coming from Micah, could reach out and say, hello from our group, here's some resources that we offer, and if you were to join, you'd be a member of our group. And then coming down, a text from Micah. Now here, it would say the sponsor's name here. So let's say it was Adrian, say, hey, so-and-so, Adrian told me you were considering making switch to EXP, and I just wanted to reach out and introduce myself. And then in the way that I worded everything, it'd say, make sure you talk to Adrian. We're not trying to harvest you guys' leads. We don't want to take any leads from you guys. That's not what this is about. Everything that I put in here would say, refer back to Adrian for more information. But it is a way for us to be in touch as well and be sending information. Like here I would have the EXP explain video and the model explain video go out, you know, and just like, I don't know, it's just like something I'm building. So if you guys have ideas of what would be useful, of course, like email me or whatever. I didn't mention earlier, but I'd love to sit down on a Zoom call with anyone that has ideas for me or tips or anything. Like always looking to be as useful as possible to you guys. So that's a cool deal. So your landing page would look like this. I tried to make it to where it didn't look, this is theirs actually, sorry. That's Micah's personal landing page, and then yours would look like this, I believe. And it would have your little picture. Anyone that put anything in using your landing page, it would come into my system and it would show you as the referrer. So you're tied to that person. I built it as like non-Mruwat Enterprises as possible so that it doesn't look like you work for Mruwat Enterprises or that they're gonna be on Mruwat Enterprises team, because I tried to make it as individual to where it's like, it's just your personal thing, but there is, you know, the video here, the model explained here, and then they can sign up here. So you could actually use this link, tie it to like a Facebook ad or something like that, and then you could share those leads with me if you wanted to opt into some sort of campaign on our end. So it's just something that I've kind of developed. I also use, this is Get Broker Kit. It's a great system. We use it for, of course, our leads, but like I said, I run campaigns on all new agents instead of, I mean, I can't tell you the amount of time that it would take me to copy and paste the same text over and over and over. And this is why you've probably gotten some weird texts from me and things, like, because I was kind of working it out. But you can go in here, you can add labels to people. It's very, very similar to KV Core. Runs really, I got a smart number. And then let's say if I wanted to go in here, I could just change this to Puerto Rico Mastermind. I labeled all of you. Oops, didn't work. So you can label your leads as well. And then it's just gonna show you guys. And then that's how I went and blast the team. You know, I can add you all to a smart campaign. I can send you all an email, label, whatever. So very, very similar to how KV Core. I think most CRMs are probably really similar. But this one's really got a lot of potential for you know, keeping on top of leads, and we can kind of partner with you to help you do that if that's something you want. Again, it's totally optional. If you want to opt into it, contact me. I want to do just like a 10-minute Zoom kind of tutorial first, and then we can get you hooked up. Still building it though. Yep.